Now, the one problem that Matt McClung has, and it is a problem, however, the good news is it is only one problem, is this right here. McClung. I'm sure you guys know who this young man is, especially now with him winning the dunk contest. He's blowing up and everybody's talking about him. But that's all most people know him for right now. They don't actually know how good this kid is at the game of basketball itself. He's much more than a dunker, and no, I'm not just jumping on the hype train right now. I've made numerous videos trying to tell you guys last year. I believe it was 7 months ago. You know what? Hold on. I'm going to find it right here. Yeah, Matt, pop it up right here. I titled a video, "What's Wrong with Matt McClung? You Tell Me," 7 months ago. And I remember making that video just like it was 4 freaking hours ago because I titled it that for a reason. I said, "What's wrong with Matt McClung?" because I don't get it. You know why I titled that, "What's Wrong with Matt McClung?" Because I didn't understand 7 months ago why he's not on the NBA team. For those of you that don't know, last year in the G League, he was averaging 21.6 points per game. Okay, that's cool, fine, and dandy. A lot of people are going to say, okay, how was his shooting percentages? And they were really great as well. He shot 46.7% from the overall field and 37.7% behind the arc. Not too shabby. Those numbers are important because he averaged nearly 22 points per game, but he was doing it efficiently. And oh yeah, also might as well throw this in there. He averaged 7.6 assists per game and 6.6 rebounds. Also, he shot nearly 90% from the free throw line. You see the video. I didn't understand it last year. I was asking you guys, hey, can somebody tell me what's wrong with this guy? Why is he not on the NBA roster? Once again, I hate to go back to this, but it's a great point and example. I said in that video, I don't believe he should be a starting point guard in the NBA, but he's a perfect 6th, 7th, or 8th man. You can't tell me right now, as to when I'm speaking, I believed this last year, but especially this season as when I'm speaking, that Matt McClung doesn't deserve to be on the NBA roster. This guy is good enough at bare minimum to be the 10th man on a team. Getting back on track here to our current date and time, he recently went from the G League to the Sixers. I also believe he signed a deal with Puma. Congratulations to that. And also won the dunk contest, like we already stated. That's all fine and dandy, and I'm happy for him because I've believed in this guy before everyone else. The part of this that rubs me the wrong way is all these people saying, oh, well, this guy, he exploded out of nowhere. He got really good. He's been working so hard and blah, 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 blah. My counter argument to that is, no, this guy has always been the real deal. He just hasn't been given the recognition he deserves. This guy's been straight up getting buckets. I know that's cliche and corny, but he has been getting buckets since high school. But not only buckets, he's a great guy on the court and off the court. There's no problems with him whatsoever. He's a great guy to have in the locker room. But yet, I guess averaging 22 points per game in the NBA G League, it's not enough. It is what it is, and one of the funniest things going on while I'm looking at it right here, you know how it's Black History Month, February? Well, now I saw a bunch of people after that dunk contest on Twitter, they were saying it's Mac History Month. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. Well, of course I'm laughing now, but when I first saw that, I was dying. And also, I saw some other people saying, hey, white people, they're evolving. I'm not gonna get into all that, but I will say this. It is cool as a white man myself to see a fellow white person win a dunk contest. How many times is that gonna happen? Let's just be real here, man. We're all cool and whatnot. Y'all know I'm not scared to get canceled because I don't believe in cancel culture unless I do something insane. I mean, what are you going to do? You going to come to my house and physically stop me from posting videos? No, I don't think so. So I'm going to say this and I don't care. White people are not very athletic. It is what it is. Most white people are slow, unathletic, not shifty, not explosive, and I could continue to go on. And some white people may get offended going, Matt, why would you say that about us? Hey, man, it's the truth. We are slow. I'm telling you, have you seen a normal white man try to guard an athletic black man in a basketball game, whether that's pickup or the college level or high school level? It's funny. It ain't even fair. So when there's a rare exception to us white people, a Matt McClung goes out here and does what he's done, it's nice to see, I will say. It's cool to see, and I think most black people, you'd vouch. I mean, you don't see a white boy doing this every other day. I could continue to talk about the dunk contest and yada, yada, yada. I'm not going to do that. You've seen that everywhere. What I'm here to talk about is Matt McClung's one problem that I cannot get over. In the G League in this current year, and as we know, he got picked up by the Sixers, but in the G League, he was averaging 19 points per game. Not bad, not bad. Also pitching in about 5 assists, 3 rebounds. But here's where things improved dramatically from the prior season. Although his points per game dropped nearly to, well, no, it was about 3 points. His field goal percentage is through the roof. He is shooting a whopping 57.6% from the overall field. That's incredible. And from the three-point line, you are rarely, if ever, going to see this. He is shooting 50%. Ladies and gentlemen, shooting 1 out of 2 on your three-pointers and the G League, yeah, that's outstanding. The G League is better than college, and you very rarely, if ever, see a college guy shooting 44% from the three-point line, and Matt McClung is shooting 50%. The thing about this kid I love, it has nothing to do with his dunking ability whatsoever. It's his basketball game. He is so skilled, and nobody talks about that. That's what pisses me off because he's so athletic, and yeah, he's bouncy. Everybody's going to talk about his dunking ability, but what about his overall game? When are we going to start showing this kid some love and say, hey, he's been cheated. He should have been in the NBA. He should at bare minimum have the same role as an Alex Caruso. Okay, maybe that's a little too much, but I don't think he's too far behind an Alex Caruso, really. I'm not going to say they're on the same level, but McClung is not too far behind if he keeps this up. Now, the one problem that Matt McClung has, and it is a problem, however, the good news is it is only one problem, is this right here. Matt McClung is only 6'2", and really that is giving him the benefit of the doubt. He's more so 6'1". Whoa, hold on, Bob. I already know what you're about to run to the comment section and say, well, Matt, he may be 6'1", 6'2", but his athletic ability, it makes up for it. And no, it doesn't. Let me explain. Unfortunately, McClung is undersized. He is, and here's how crazy the NBA has gotten. We call Steph Curry undersized, and he's 6'3". And Steph Curry, we see this all the time in the postseason. They abuse him on defense. He's a liability. And Steph Curry is all bit of 6'3". So if Steph Curry, who is muscular, and a lot of people don't give him credit, but Curry is muscular, is getting abused, if he's a liability, what's going to happen to Matt McClung? You see what I'm saying? That is why I think these NBA teams have been scared to take a risk on him. To me, I don't think it's a risk, but other teams probably do. Continuing to go along with this, let's say Matt McClung, he's a liability. Well, I think most teams have a problem trying to figure out, okay, how are we going to incorporate this guy in our offensive system and scheme? Because McClung isn't exactly a Klay Thompson type of player, he needs the ball in his hands. And that's not necessarily a bad thing. And when I say he needs the ball in his hands, I'm not talking about like Russell Westbrook needs the ball in his hands. If Russell Westbrook doesn't touch the ball for 35 seconds, he starts spazzing out on the court. Matt McClung's not like that. I believe he is an unselfish player. The one part that I hate about the NBA is the NBA does not want skilled basketball players, they want athletes. Think about it. The NBA is full of athletes, not skilled basketball players. Some of these athletes may be skilled, but remember, they're athletes first. To give you a better example, I know guys that I've played against at my local park and AAU growing up that were some of the most skilled basketball players I ever met, but they didn't have a chance to make it to the NBA because they were only about 5'10", 5'11". Think about it. When the NBA draft comes up, who do we talk about going in the lottery? Guys that are super athletic and either 6'7" or 6'8". These NBA teams now, they want 3-and-D type of guys. They want guys that are 6'8" that can lock up on defense and shoot the three ball. The league is getting bigger and bigger every single year, and then we get that Wembayano dude coming in, or whoever that guy is. He's like 8'4". Like, we joke around and talk about, oh yeah, humans evolve every single year. That's not evolving. That's like some alien creature, dude. I don't even know what that is. I can't even say he looks like a demigod off of NBA 2K16 because the demigods, you can only max their height out at 7'3". That guy's like 8'2". I'm getting sidetracked here, but you get what I'm saying. The league is getting bigger and bigger. So with that being said, it's not very attractive to have a point guard who's 6'2", 180 pounds. Me, myself, I would overlook that. You know why? Because the dude can play. But we see it all the time. Look at the college level. Some of the highest scoring guys at the college level, they don't even get drafted. The guys that get drafted in the lottery of the NBA are guys that were averaging 6.5 points per game. Why do they get drafted in the lottery? Because everyone goes, oh yeah, they got a lot of potential. The NBA wants super athletic guys that can play basketball a little bit because they're hoping the same thing that happened with Giannis happens to them. That is it. Rather simple. That is Matt McClung's only problem, and it's nothing he can fix. I hate it for him, I really do, and I want y'all to think about this. If Matt McClung was 6'7" or 6'8", he'd arguably be in the MVP conversation, not for the G League, but for the NBA. Think about Luka Doncic. I'm not going to call him unathletic, but he is slow. Matt McClung, imagine with that athletic ability. Oh my gosh, unreal. Think about the things Matt McClung could do if he was 6'7". He'd be a flat-out superstar. He would be taking the league over by storm. Now, while I'm thinking about it, let me give you a great example. Ben Simmons. Is he skilled or athletic? You see what I'm talking about. Ben Simmons didn't make it to the NBA because he's really skilled. He made it to the NBA because he's 7 foot tall and athletic. That's the downside to the NBA and why I like the NFL, because in the NFL, if you're skilled, you can still make it even if you're 5'10". In the NBA, there's no shot. You got to be tall. And I already know some idiot's going to say, well, Matt, what about Muggsy Bogues? And listen here. That dude played in the 1940s. It's 2023. Y'all got to understand, when Muggsy Bogues was playing, there wasn't even a draft combine. They just draw names out of a hat, And if the Los Angeles Lakers drawed your name, you're going to that team. And I don't want y'all to try to think I'm trying to discredit Muggsy Bogues. No, that dude could play, but that was in the 40s. We are in 2023. It's a different time, different era. Let me know your thoughts down below. But roll with me.